Shalom, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Shai Bashim Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the hopeful elect brothers that are around the world preaching and prophesying the Lord's word in sincerity and truth. Now, this would be a lesson going into the word prophecy, which that word goes into something being said before it happens. That's all it means. From the from the from the root word pro, which means before, and a facade, which means to say or to speak. That's what it means. Prophecy, and then there are a lot of prophecies that are written in the scriptures that later came to pass. And they're in the Bible. As a record. That now we could read about them. And right here, this is one of them. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. It speaks about us, going into slavery, which did happen, during the transatlantic slave trade. But before I read that, this is the word prophecy. Yeah, this is the word prophecy. It says a prediction. And the word prophecy. This is the etymon online. It says the function of a prophet, inspired utterance. Because the prophets prophesied, through the Spirit of the Lord, because the Lord sent His Spirit on them, and then they were inspired, divinely, and then they spoke what would come to pass before it happens. The prediction of future events. And when you go down to the word prophet, when you go all the way down, it's going to break it down. The root words from pro, before, forward, hence, in front of, before. It says root of phanai, to speak, tell, say. So it means to say before, to say something before it happens. That's what it means. Now, let's go into Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. And we did go into Egypt again with ships. Now, we didn't go into the land of Egypt with ships because we were delivered, by Yahweh Shem Shai through Moses, from the Egyptians, and Pharaoh, during the time of the Exodus, and we walked out of Egypt because Egypt is south of Israel. So So we don't need ships to go, to Egypt. This is talking about a future event, that came to pass. That's talking about the transatlantic slave trade. Of when uh, slaves were being brought over from Western Africa, over here to to the Western Hemisphere, you know, to the United States, and and uh, and also the islands, the Caribbean islands, and all over, because slaves were brought, to Brazil as well. Slaves were brought to Jamaica, Haiti, the U.S. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. We wouldn't see the land of Israel again, after we left, because we haven't been in the land of Israel, ever since 70 AD, during the siege of Jerusalem. And then furthermore, we went into, you know, uh, we went into Africa. Later on we went into, Western Africa, and then we were brought into slavery by the so-called white man, which is Esau, the Edomites. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Yeah, we were sold unto our enemies being the so-called white man, and no man shall buy you, meaning that no man was going to save us. No man is going to deliver us from the hands of the so-called white man, except Yahweh Shai, because his name literally means he delivers. So he will deliver us from this new Egypt, from this new slavery, which we're under right now. And that's one example of a prophecy that came to pass. And the other prophecy that I'll go into, which came to pass, is right here. This is Micah chapter 5, verse 2. But thou, Bethlehem, Ephrathah, though thou be little among the thousands of Judah, yet out of thee shall he come forth unto me, that is to be ruler in Israel. That's talking about Yahweh Shai, whose going forth have been from old, from everlasting. Yes, so this is talking about the prophecy of Yahweh Shai being born in Bethlehem. And this is the book of Micah, which was written before the Lord, being born. So this prophecy came to pass. Micah chapter 5 verse 2 did come to pass because Yahweh Shai did Yahweh Shai did end up being born in Bethlehem. There's a lot of prophecies of the Lord that's written in the Old Testament that did come to pass, because when you go to the New Testament, the disciples of the Lord would say, as it is written, as it is written in the Old Testament. So this prophecy came to pass as well, and that's the end of the end of the lesson. Lord willing, this was edifying. All praises to Yahweh Bashim Yashai Bashim Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom.